culture and the mentality of German people is so high, it is so unbeatable. They have very high level of moral standards and ethics, I would say, in general. Topic of discussion of this video is German culture and Indian culture. So I want to put some factual data, and this video is not to hurt someone's sentiment or blame anyone or any culture or find out the negative points or the weaknesses of some culture, or to blame anyone. It's not about that, but it's about highlighting the stats. And when I will put a stats, everything will be in front of you, everything will be very clear to you that how the German culture and the Indian culture is performing. Okay, so let's talk about the geography. So the area of Germany is almost similar to the area of Maharashtra. So Maharashtra is a state in India from where I come from. The area of Germany is almost same to the area of Maharashtra. Okay, and now if you ask me how much is the population, that's how less people are there, and which is actually a good thing. India should be doing something to restrict its population. The population is a real problem. It affects the environment, economical, social things, your standard of living. It is affecting in all aspects in India, and I think the reason why India is not able to progress much, one of the main reason is its population. Government is not able to limit the population. So I think with the growth in the population what we are having, India is not going to a right decision. Let's talk about the resources. So since I said the geography, since I said about the geographical area, the area of Germany is same as the area of Maharashtra. So that means the geographical resources what Germany have is almost similar to what we have in Maharashtra. Now thinking that, I just wonder that, okay, you have the area as less as Maharashtra, and then if you compare that to India, Maharashtra is just one state, you have multiple such a state, and India is very huge basically compared to Germany, and still India falls far behind in terms of the economical growth. And it's just not about the population. We have so much people living in India. Population is so high compared to Germany. If you just compare that proportion, so if you just compare that proportion, count of people living in Germany and count of Germans and count of Indians are so high there and Germans are so less. So how come this small group of people is able to do the things and perform on such an exceptional level? They are beating the people, the nation who has such a high natural resources and such a high count of people. How is that possible? This is very interesting fact to think about. So I am going to just touch upon some reasons that I felt. I was just thinking about it whenever I get time. I just think about such things, that what could be the reason and what could have been. This is my hobby. Whenever I see some new things, I try to correlate it with my thoughts that just was going through my mind when I got to know about these stats, this fact. So I would say the main reason for such outstanding growth for the Germany is its mentality, its culture, the mentality of German people, the culture of a German people. So the culture and the mentality of German people is so high, it is so unbeatable. They have very high level of moral standards and ethics, I would say, in general, which we Indians lack in multiple aspects. So they are very disciplined. People follow the rules and discipline very by heart. They don't like to break the rules, which is basically a very common prototype in India, breaking the rules. So I think it's in general about the mentality. Indian people, they are not so honest about their work. They are easily corruptible. People don't care about following the rules. People are not punctual. I mean, learn the things from the German people. Are so punctual about the time. They are not punctual. I mean, everywhere you can see that punctuality is something that nobody in India cares about. I mean, it's pretty damn thing. I mean, Many people who are educated or someone who is at a high designation, they don't even follow the punctuality. So this is the worst and pathetic representation you representing your country or nation you gives to someone else. So punctuality is something that I think it should be a core principle for the every people's or the upbringing of the every person in the Indian culture, but that's not what we have in India. Let's talk about the work culture. People are so focused, so dedicated to their work. It doesn't mean like they over time or stretch their working hours to sacrifice their life. It doesn't happen. But when it is a working hour, they put 100% of their time to do a work. So you will not do any waste your time or the efforts doing something irrelevant or the shitty in the office hours. If you are doing or wasting your efforts while doing your work in the office or the working hours, someone will come to you and directly point out that, oh, you are wasting your efforts, what are you doing? So Germans are very straightforward in pointing out the things which are wrong, and I think which is a good quality because it helps them to avoid things going in a wrong direction, which India doesn't have. India lacks its working ethics. People just go there and make the time go, and they don't do any work. So the work is not counted on the basis of the amount of work delivered. Or in general, people don't have any work ethic. They don't care about like doing the work. They don't have integrity. They are easily corruptible, and they will do anything for their personal benefits and will not have any principles So that's where I feel like India lacks on these aspects of the interpersonal values. And still we have a religion. People call themselves religious, and people claim that religion helps them to develop the personal values and ethics. So if a religion really helps you to develop a personal value and the ethics, then why don't you have this ethics about your work? Why you are easily corruptible? Why you don't have integrity? Why you are not able to perform at a work? Why the wrong things happen? Why the office politics happens? So it clearly means that what Indians are doing, what Indians are believing, it's going in a horrible wrong direction. This reminds me to one quote which is said by one scientist in his interview. He said that the potential that India has, the amount of youth and the workforce what India have in the 21st century, it should be and it must be doing the economical growth, and it must surpass the Germany, Japan, and to come to the number second economy after following the US, because it has all the potential, it has all the things, all the ingredients required to make the India a superpower and the economy and take it to the second place in the next 15 years. That's what he said in his interview. And he also mentioned one interesting thing in that interview. If India is not able to do so in 15 years, if India is not able to take its economy to the second place, that means that India has done something very horribly wrong. India has done something horribly wrong, and it went into a horrible wrong direction, and they will not have anyone to blame but themselves. So this is just a story, this is just an incident that I remember from his interview, and I just wanted to put this incident to emphasize the sensitiveness, the criticality of this Indian culture to you.